Richie from Boston. I haven't done a video on this fella before, but hey, he's got an awesome voice, doesn't he?
What's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston, and before I start this video, I want to show you 2 links that can help you. If you don't want to watch it, skip to like a 1 minute. It's a video.
Hey, that's one hell of a hook there, Richie. I'm gonna stay around for a bit. Let's have a look what kind of links you are going to offer us, eh? This better not be clickbait.
A lot of my subscribers ask me for this stuff, so that's what I do.
As if, who the hell listens here to their subscribers? I mean, my subscribers are Spiffy. I listen to my subscribers. Oh, wait, I just dug myself into a hole, didn't I?
If it offends you or makes you upset in some way,
Well, all I have to say to that is, how dare you?
skip it. It's easy enough. Or don't. But check this out.
I gotta admit, Richie, you had me in the first half, and then you fucked it up, and then, hey, I got hooked again. I see what you're doing. You're playing ping pong with our emotions.
My other YouTube channel that I have that focuses on off-roading, overland, survival, etc.
Hey, that was kind of a clickbaity thing there. And on that note, I'll be right back. Also, how dare you?
I have an Amazon link.
Right there, where you can go and find first aid, navigation,
bug out bags, bugging in, survival clothing, cameras that I use, everything. If you want to use it, use it. If not, don't. But I've also left a link to the Patriot Pantry website. And this has worked out really well because if you're not paying attention, I don't know what to tell you, but things aren't looking too good.
So you're selling survival stuff because you are a prepper, okay? Well, I'll let you do your plug at an accelerated rate, but hey, let's continue, shall we? That was clickbait. I don't like that.
Our entire country, our entire economy is built on a house of cards, and it has to drop. It has to fail.
Well, let me add a little correction to that. It has to fail for you doomsday scenario preppers to have a living. That's why you want the end of the world. Alright, wait a minute. Let me correct my correction just a tiny bit. You guys, and with you guys I mean you preppers, make a living off the threat of the economy or society failing. So in a way, you are not actually prepping for the end, you are prepping for the threat of the end. Because that's how you make a living, right? It's like you guys are some kind of cosplayers for the apocalypse. Are you a LARPer, Richie? From Boston? You guys are a bit of, what you call them, Debbie Downers? Are you a Debbie Downer there, buddy boy? Richie, please tell me you're not a Debbie Downer. Because then, I have to be a super optimist, you know, to balance out the balancing stuff and all that jazz.
Be ready or don't, at any rate.
Be ready or don't. Do this or don't. Maybe this is a good plan, or on the other hand, maybe it's not. It's all up to you. What the hell kind of sales pitch is that, Richie? Do it or don't. Do it or don't. You know, you need a jingle for that.
Hey, what's up, YouTube?
Bah! Well, that's one hell of a scene transition there. I mean, holy hell. Suddenly we are in the car. Are you going to flirt while driving?
With Richie from Boston, it is the 6th of March in the year 2020.
Oh, hey, it is current year. Why are you gonna do the date thing? You can just do a little text thingy. And also your video shows it when it's uploaded. You know, just saying. Oh, wait, you're one of those paranoid people who think that this goes away and YouTube deletes your video because you are creating all kinds of content that is not allowed on YouTube. Right? That's how your mind works, right? Richie from Boston.
Or at least that's what they want us to believe.
Ha! I dare say I called it, but I called it and I'll be right back.
At any rate, so I'm in Mississippi. And again, for all the people that I don't even know that are emailing me and messaging me saying, oh, come by my house, you need to hear my story. I'm not going to do that.
I know, right? Freaking stalkers. They're always coming and knocking on my door from the castle and then shoot them with a facepalm cannon. It's kind of adorable, really, because, you know, I also have a cow. The cow usually does take care of that thing, and I have a Rex roaming the field, so, you know, that's, I don't know where I was going with this. But hey, continue, Richie from Boston. I kind of forgot your name there for a moment.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how weird is that? I've never even had a conversation with you, but you should come to my house. I'm never, ever going to do that.
Well, that's a solid piece of advice there. Richie from Boston.
Okay? The only people I stop are people that I am familiar with, that I've had interactions with, that I have a bead on. Do you see what I'm saying? So, relax, will you? It's just obnoxious. Seriously.
Yeah, you were gonna talk about something about the moon and, you know, some kind of weird shit happening with airplanes flying around it or something. So, you know, all this jazz about your fan base harassing you, apparently. Maybe we can move on? You know, put her in gear, buddy, and let's have a drive, shall we?
Here's two other things. If you're following Richie from Boston on Instagram, I don't have an Instagram account under that name. It ain't me.
Ah, but here, I'm gonna outclass your paranoia there. You don't have an Instagram under that name, So you do have an Instagram, allegedly. So, let's see what I found. First of all, I found this one. Richie from Boston, with 765 messages, 671 followers, and 876 following. And the bio says, Richie from Boston. I'm a Christian patriot veteran that, space, period. I love jeeping, survival training, self-defense, knives, fitness, and, of course, Jesus Christ. It's also a private account. So this one seems rather legit. But hey, I actually couldn't care less. He says while having a look at Richie from Boston with all kinds of meme images. This kind of looks like a fan account. And then we have Richie.Boston. Are you into skiing and tennis, Richie? Because this is probably not you. So there's more people, but this is actually Richie Boston, not Richie from Boston. So there's that.
If you're following Richie from Boston on Facebook, I'm not on Facebook at all. It ain't me.
Uh-huh.
So just know that, okay? That's just a little tip for you.
You know what would be another fancy tip? Link it up from your main YouTube account so people know where to find your official links and social media. Or you're not on Facebook, you can't link up to something that doesn't exist. Also, I find this rather amusing. You're so paranoid about all this, but hey.
What is going on? What are you doing?
What are you... calm down there, Dwight. I mean...
Identity theft is not a joke.
Oh, if it's not a joke, why is it so goddamn funny?
Millions of families suffer every year.
Are you a Debbie Downer, Dwight?
Michael?
What the hell is that gonna accomplish? I don't work for Dunder Mifflin, I think. What the hell is this? What the hell are you doing, Del?
So, I'm at a rest stop right now, so I don't really have any way to do any editing. But last night, before I left Big Sib's house, I took a walk around to see if I could get any gators or armadillos or owls or whatever.
You know, Richie, that sounds really fascinating, but that has nothing to do with the fancy thing that planes do to the moon or the sun even. Oh man, I don't want to fast forward your video, I just want to get to the point. I have to fast forward your video maybe.
I just put up a badass owl video on Jailbreak Overland if you want to check it out. Or don't, whatever. And the owl wasn't there, nothing, and I just happened to look straight up. Now, Sib and I were out on the boat yesterday, and we were coming in to dock around 5:30. It was starting to get dark out, and I looked at the moon, and I'm like, dude, this is wrong.
Moon! Yeah, we're getting to the moon now, so what's wrong with the moon?
This is totally wrong. I've been at his house for 1 week. When I got there, it was a brand new moon.
Well, I don't know about that. The moon has been around for a while. I know what he's talking about, but, you know, does this look like the face of a man who cares? Or, you know, let's move on?
A week later, it's past half full, and it was incredibly bright.
Well, it only will get brighter the more it gets to full moon. So what seems to be the problem there, Richie from Boston?
Unbelievably brilliant bright.
Yeah, we get it. You're out in the wild, away from all the light pollution, and all of a sudden the moon is bright in the sky in the middle of the night. Seems like it's supposed to be.
So, several hours later, like 10 o'clock at night, I'm looking for owls, armadillos, alligators, the 3A's, you know.
Yeah, because we all know that owls begins with A. Or not. Maybe not. I'm guessing not. It's like Uawa instead of AAA.
Actually, that's not 3A's. Whatever.
Yeah, that's so funny.
And I happened to look up, and an airplane, there was a perfect circle around the moon. I've videotaped halos around the sun, around the moon, hundreds of times. This wasn't that. An airplane had chemtrailed and then did a perfect circle around the moon and then went out the other way.
Wait, hold up. Before you fire the facepalm, let's just get something straight here. You guys are always going on about this chemtrailing being done by big planes, right? You know, the jumbo jets and the other bigger passenger planes. Those things, they're not certified to do a loop-de-loop. Well, they might be capable of doing that maybe once, and then they have too much damage to the superstructure of the plane. And there's a huge doubt about it actually being possible doing that with one of those things. Also, I've gone over all your channels, right? I haven't seen any of that footage, so you're just seeing what we call an ice crystal formation around the sun, or I mean the moon, right? But you haven't actually seen the plane do this. You just claim it was a plane. And I'll be damned if that is an unintentional rhyme. But in the end, it doesn't even matter if you have footage of this ice crystal formation circle around the moon, because you don't have the footage of the plane doing the thing. You merely assert. That's all you people do. And I'll be right back.
I have never seen that in my entire life. I ran back to Sib's house and woke him up and made him get dressed and come outside and look at it. And he's like, oh, a halo. And I'm like, it's not a halo. It's a chemtrail perfectly around the moon. And as we were talking...
Well, this Sip fella seems like a spiffy kind of guy. Oh, a halo. And then in comes Richie from Boston, talking horseshit. You just see what you want to see. You know, it's kind of amusing that you guys always start out from a conclusion based on absolutely nothing, and then use that conclusion to dig your rabbit hole even deeper.
The wind started collapsing half of it, so it started blowing over. I got some of it on video with the camcorder.
And this video footage you have made, it's nowhere to be found, which is kind of odd. But also, this is a visual, or rather optical effect, by the lensing from the ice crystals surrounding the sun or the moon, which are floating around in the sky. No amount of wind is gonna move it away like it is some kind of cloud or contrail. Contrail. Listen to my words, Richie from Boston. Contrail. But hey, this is not a contrail, no is it? I've linked the article to Wikipedia in the description as well.
But it's not great video because I'm pointing straight up at the moon in the dark. But I got it at any rate.
Well, that's just someone who doesn't understand how cameras work. Or do you call your phone a camera? Because technically it's a camera, but it's a really crappy one, buddy boy, at any rate. Still, where's your footage? Because what we have now is nothing more than a cool story, bro. To be fair, it's not even that cool. Bro.
The moon going from brand new, just a sliver, to past half full in 1 week is wrong.
Really, Richie from Boston? It literally takes 7 days to reach the first quarter of the moon phases. Then another 3, which means we are up to day 10, to reach the waxing gibbous, which is somewhere in between the full moon and the first quarter. So no, you're wrong. You couldn't be any more wrong.
It's wrong. It's not the moon. The moon's phases.
Oh, please fuck it up even more, please.
Span the month.
And with that, you just debunked yourself. You just debunked yourself.
Month, moon, that's where it all comes from.
Sometimes I wonder if these people even have comprehensive powers. I mean, what the hell is this? He just says the thing that is the thing, and then he actually doesn't understand the thing.
And how bright it was a trip. To see them chemtrailing so heavy at night. And then this morning in Louisiana, I saw an asterisk in the sky, and I got that on video. They were just blowing it up.
All right. Apart from the horseshit you just uttered, let's just go back to the moon phases. You do understand that the moon phases span 29 days, right? Where it goes from new moon, where you don't see anything, to full moon, to eventually end up at a sliver again, which is the waning crescent. I guess you think the moon going from nothing to full moon spans the entire month, and then all of a sudden, at the end of the month, it plops back to not being visible. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? I mean, this is so fucking simple, and you just don't even... What the hell did you say about the asterisks in the sky? What? So, airplane routes, you know, do cross each other. That's a... Oh... Ow, that's actually really painful.
What are we looking at here? What are we seeing here? They did I mean, when I looked up, it was from the ground. From what I could see, it was the moon and a perfect concentric circle around it. The plane came in, made a circle, and then left.
Yes, and earlier you said it was a circle and the plane had done that, and now all of a sudden the plane did it while you were watching it. Screw you, man, you're an idiot.
I've never seen such a thing. The only thing I've seen similar to it is the video I put up a couple of months ago
Yeah, so I've been scouring your entire channel. There is no such video on there. There's no such video of it right now, what you're talking about. Making it all the more ironic with you saying, I haven't seen such a thing. Yeah, you haven't seen such a thing. You're a liar. Otherwise you would have shown off the footage, right? Now you do talk about the moon. And there are videos about the moon, but nothing what you're talking about right now. So either produce the footage or shut it.
Where they were doing circles, loop-de-loops around the sun, which I had never seen before, and apparently nobody cares about. It amazes me that this is happening. Global warming, climate change, viruses.
Wow. So you also deny that the climate is changing. Now the cause of the climate change is up for debate, but hell, that's all it is. It's up for debate. The fact is, it is changing. But hey, let me guess, you're gonna confuse global climate with local weather patterns, right? Also, these planes are making loop-de-loops and you're making the hand movement that is actually moving with the sun or something. What the hell is that even? You're just making up this shit. Making up shit is fun, isn't it? Richie from Boston.
They're spraying the sky.
You know, I said it before, but I've come to notice you guys start out from a conclusion. You first have to prove this stuff. Or are you also one of those guys who just, spray some vinegar water at the planes so the chemtrails will dissolve? Just like clouds do for some reason. But hey, you did something and there was a result, right? Completely natural result. But hey, that's beside the point. That's not a part of your narrative. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm exposing your narrative there.
The sky. The sky has to do with all three of those things. If they really wanted to spread a pandemic, they could just mix it in any day, because nobody gives a shit that they're spraying the skies every single solitary day and controlling and manipulating the weather. And they are, and they have been.
And they are, and they have been, and this is because I said so, and that is the reason why it is so. Prove it! You're like a circular reason. You know those bikes that you used to have back at Carnival. That's way before my time even. But they were driving around in those barrels. You're like one of those things, right? Constantly going in circles, reaffirming your own conclusions. But contrary to you, those things are really cool and really dangerous, but really cool.
And the flood of evidence, no pun intended, is undeniable, and yet people just ignore it.
Well, as long as you don't provide any evidence, they are oh so deniable.
I'm not going to deny it. I'm just going to ignore it. It's unreal. Blows me away, man. Totally blows me away.
I know, right, Richie from Boston? Proving things, yeah, that totally blows you away. Why should we prove things? We can just say things. It's much easier.
At any rate, I got some guy standing here staring at me right now, so that's kind of strange. Because why wouldn't you, right? At any rate, like, share, subscribe, or don't. I'm out.
Well, since Ragical is not here, I guess I will have to sentence you. Richie from Boston. I sentence you to become a jester in the Order of the Sillies. I do hope you enjoy your stay.
Oi, what's all this then? Where's my sword? Did that bloody cow take the sword again? I can't leave this field without my sword, The cow always takes it. Google Girl, what are you doing?
Hi, Ragical. I just took the liberty to sentence Richie from Boston.
Oh, hey. So he's now a jester in the Order of the Sillies. As well he should be.
Yes. And I do hope he enjoys his stay.
Well done, Google Girl.
Oh wow, that makes me so happy.
Uh-huh. So what happened to my sword?
Let's just say there was some bovine intervention.
I see. Well, in any case, remember to tickle the bell and all buttons around it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I guess that cow is coming for my job. I just need to find my bloody sword again.